Coach Olson. Just give me your overall thoughts heading into the Conference USA Indoor Championships this weekend.
Well, we're excited. The conference championship is always kind of the highlight for the team at large for an indoor or outdoor season in any given year. So this year, the excitement's even at a higher pitch. We're in a new conference, and so there's certain levels of anxiety there. New conference, what to expect. We certainly have some ideas of what to expect looking at the conference rankings as they've developed throughout the season, and so it's very apparent to us that we're in a very challenging conference, more so than what we've been accustomed to the last 7-8 years in the Atlantic 10. So we're going to go. We're going to do our best. Everybody's ready to go. We were at Virginia Tech last weekend and definitely had a lot of season's best and some records, and so I think physically we're ready to go. We need to be mentally prepared to execute what we can do, and then we'll just see where our best come out in this new conference.
Well, can you talk about some of the challenges coming from the A10 going into the Conference USA?
Yeah, at the most basic level, there's just some differences in the format of the meet. We're not allowed to travel quite as many athletes by conference rule. We're allowed to enter as many athletes as we like in an event in this conference, whereas in the Atlantic 10 we were limited to just 3 athletes per event. So, maybe those seem fairly esoteric, but when it comes to strategically, planning your roster and your meets and then your championship roster, it has an effect. And so as a program, you've got to evolve to the new requirements of new conference. But on top of those just kind of technical differences with the conference rules, it's just a different makeup of teams. It's a larger conference, actually, as big as the A10 was. On the women's side, we have 16 teams, and the men 11 in this conference. And it's different geographically, which sometimes pulls from some different areas of the country have different strengths from the high school levels, and so the teams in those areas maybe have a different approach to their recruiting and different strengths. So it's just a different conference, and really probably overall deeper across the board as far as the depth of talent.
Who should we look for or see good performances, maybe even get a top 3 spot on the men and on the women's side?
Yeah, it's a complicated meet. Even with the restrictions, we're traveling, over 50 athletes, and so we'll have a lot of people, doing their part. As far as expectations for maybe some higher placing people on the ladies' side, I think Joanne Blakeney definitely is well represented on the rankings going in the long jump and the 60 and the 200, and so high expectations for her. We've got Katrina Wright is ranked fairly highly in the weight throw and had a school record this last weekend. Getting back onto the running events, to Sheila Mungo, ranked 2nd in the 800, kind of a new exciting event for her. She had a great 600-meter school record the other day at Virginia Tech, and so we're interested to see how she might finish a race off like that and see exactly where that might find her. So on the men's side, we've got a number of people that are ranked well. Carrick Williams is ranked up at the top of the weight throw and had a personal best last weekend at Virginia Tech, so he's ready, we think, to even add on to that. He's also well ranked in the shot. Anthony Bynum in the 200 is ranked very highly, and then is in the scoring positions in the 60, and so ready to go. Mike Tamayo broke 2 school records last weekend in the 600 and the 1,000. His event this weekend is the 800, right between them, and so certainly if he wants to continue breaking school records, the school record there is going to show up real well in the results for the conference meet. A couple other spots. Anthony Campbell in the triple jump is ranked highly and had a season's best this last weekend. And then Kevin Calhoun has been over our school record and close to it again last weekend. The vault is a tough event in the conference, but it's fairly close, and so you can kind of extend that thought process to the entire meet. There's a lot of parity in this conference, and within events and within the overall team battle. So coming from the Atlantic 10 on the women's side, for example, we're accustomed to scoring 170, 180 points to win a championship. Looking at some of the predictions on the rankings for this weekend, it may take as few as 80 or 85 points to win the championship, with a lot more teams kind of packed into a more competitive zone. So whoever has a good day is going to be able to move up the rankings significantly.
All right, thanks, Coach.